Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be answering the question, can a person living with HIV and AIDS immigrate to Canada? I've gotten this question from a number of people, and I've realized that there are a lot of people that shy away from making applications because they're living with HIV and AIDS and they think that they'll automatically be denied a visa. So to answer the question, it depends. It depends on the type of application. Now, I'll start with permanent residency. If you're applying for permanent residency in Canada, as you know, permanent residents, they benefit from provincial healthcare. Like there's a provincial healthcare plan for every permanent resident and every citizen in Canada. So the government of Canada, their policy states that if you're applying for permanent residency, if you get a positive result, you have to prove that the cost of your treatment and any further services that you might need because of the condition HIV, it should not prove to have an excessive demand on the healthcare and social system. So you get the positive result, you send your application, and then they'll send you a letter where they will be sort of like telling you how HIV can be a burden to the system. So now the letter will detail everything, talking about CD4 counts, talking about the drugs, talking about, the technical things. So when you get that letter, the onus is now upon you to prove to the government that whatever treatment you are on right now, the drugs that you're taking in your country, let's say Zimbabwe, you need to prove that if you were to take the same treatment when you're in Canada, it will not pose an excessive demand on the healthcare system. Now that can be difficult, but if you manage to do that, you'll get the visa. You're not automatically inadmissible because the policy does not specify HIV as a reason for inadmissibility. So that's the first thing, right? Now, if you're applying for a temporary visa, you want to be a student or you're just a visitor, you can do the test, but you will not be inadmissible. This is mainly because temporary residents that are living in Canada for less than 6 months or so, they are not eligible to get the provincial medical health plan. So you will need to have your own private insurance. And that means that you will not pose an excessive demand on the healthcare system. So you can still come through and get your visa. However, if your temporary visa means that you'll be working and you'll be working in a healthcare facility where you are dealing with patients, etc., and people, you will need to do an HIV test. Another type of application is if you're applying for asylum. As you know, if you're applying for asylum, it means you're running away from your country because of different reasons, right? And it's for your own safety, for your protection. So once the government of Canada determines that you're eligible to be a protected person, you will still be expected to take an HIV test, but you will be exempt from inadmissibility based on HIV. You won't be expected to prove that your condition won't be a burden to the country because you're an asylum seeker, you're a protected person. I mean, there's really nothing much you can do. You're actually trying to seek protection, right? So if you're seeking asylum, you're good to go. Now, there's sponsorship. Let's say you have a wife or husband, or you have a child who lives in Canada as a citizen or as a permanent resident. And if they're applying for you and then you get a positive result, what happened is they will automatically notify the person applying on your behalf, the person who's going to be sponsoring you. They'll automatically notify them that you have HIV, and they'll then wait for a response from the person. They might choose to cancel the application and withdraw, or you, the person who got the positive result, might decide to withdraw as well if you don't want the person to be notified. There's also counseling that's required. Say you want to proceed with the application, they'll do post-testing counseling, and you speak to an immigration officer and they'll interview you and try to see if you understand the condition that you have and how to take care of yourself, So if the officer is not satisfied that you understand what's going on, then the application might be rejected, or you might have to start all over again. So I hope this answers the question: can a person living with HIV and AIDS move to Canada? I will put in some links to the Government of Canada website and some online resources where I found all this information for some of you to read. I hope this video manages to help somebody who was shying away from starting this process, thinking that they might not be admissible automatically. If you like this video, please like the video, share it, and do subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.